You're not protecting
So,
me.
I would, but it's not so much you, it's you and anyone you may come in
so
contact with.
how are you protecting us?
Yeah, if you sort of disperse, you will not be in
How are you
contact
protecting
or
us?
fewer people. But I'm asking you.
You're
please,
taking away our civil liberties, so how are you protecting us?
Right. Under the COVID restrictions, you are not to be
Yeah, but you
here
didn't
at the
mention law. You said on the COVID
Yeah.
restrictions. So where does the law come in?
Right. It's the COVID Act of 2020.
No, I'm acting. I'm here now.
Right.
So what is your
So,
action?
I'm asking you to leave. This is it. I'm asking you to leave.
Yeah, but under what authority?
Under authority. Okay, if you're gonna.
Yeah, under what authority?
Question of the day on the butterfly.
Right, it's Regulation 9 of the Child Protection Coronavirus.
You're a law enforcement officer. What is the law?
Yeah. So, at this point in time, because of the restrictions in place, no person may participate in a gathering which takes place in a public place and consists of more than 2 people. That's 4 of you.
Okay, so what is our law?
Yes, that is
Okay, so what is your
I'm asking.
Why don't you come and get interviewed?
No. I'm a cameraman.
So the great thing about coming down here is that people want to talk, people want to film, and I'm now being filmed, but I've invited gentlemen to come down and do a direct.
Where this march is happening?
So,
It's because I'm a bit late.
Father, if you stand there, sir,
marched.
we have to socially distance. So, if you look into the camera,
Hello.
I'm currently live streaming. So if you look into the camera, so what's your name, sir?
My name's Paul.
Paul.
I've come a bit late for this march, and I'm
But
wondering
if you look into the camera,
what's happened to it?
So-
You're here.
are you taking part in the anti-mask
Yes.
protest rally?
Yeah.
Not many people have arrived yet.
Oh, really?
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because there's been a lot of opposition to the masks and the prospective vaccines, because we do have some real concerns.
But if you look into the camera, because I'm live streaming.
We've got some real concerns about this. You know, I don't know whether you've looked into it yourself. There's a lot of evidence, for example, that the masks cause irreparable brain damage to children. So that's in the medical record. So we're wondering why the government's terrified everybody. And you can see if you go where I live in Woolwich, you go about and you see all the children, little children even wearing these masks. And it's quite horrifying if you know the knowledge. Check it out if you haven't already done so.
But
Well,
sir,
people,
let
please
me
stop it.
ask you a few questions, and I'm being devil's advocate. As I say, my name is Wendell Daniel. Why do you believe the government is lying to people?
Do you know, when I was a young fella, we had to believe...
You still are young.
Well, when I was much younger than I am now, we had to believe basically what the government told us. And there wasn't ways of finding out, for example, about medical facts. But now, this marvellous thing, the internet means that you can actually research yourself and find out what the doctors and scientists are actually saying. So when I say to you, it's in the medical record, according to neurologists, that if you deplete children's oxygen, this will have serious impact on their brain development, and it could be irreparable. And these children are going to be liable for horrible neurological conditions and possible early dementias. That is what is being said by real doctors,
Could you tell me, sir, the source of your information
Anybody
on
can
the
find-
internet?
Well, it's a Dr. Grise Brisson. She's a German neurologist. She's not, as far as I know, getting money from anybody. There's no conflict of interest. And she, if you go on the internet, GRIEZ hyphen BRISSON, for example. But if you just on search engines, perhaps not Google, which is censoring, but on other search engines, if you just put in mask wearing dangers, you'll find lots of testimonies from real doctors, real experts, who are warning that this is a panic measure. It contravenes something called the Nuremberg Code, where you're not supposed to experiment on humans. And so I think that we have valid grounds for challenging what the MPs and the government's doing. And we have a democracy here. Now, for example, my father spent 7 years in the Air Force in the war, fighting for the liberties of this country. And one of these liberties, a fundamental liberty, is to be able to assemble peacefully, and if we don't agree with the government, to protest. And as far as I can see, what they're doing now is totally contrary to the constitution of this country. It's totally contrary to the tradition of the country, and it's offence against all those who've given their lives for our liberties.
Let me ask you a few questions, sir.
Well, I don't know, you see, look, brother, I haven't got all day.
No,
I've shared my
but
views
you've
with you.
made a statement. I'm trying to challenge the statement you have made
challenge
because
it?
it's part of
What do you
debate and
believe?
discussion.
Tell us what you believe.
This
Do you
is
really
part.
believe all of this yourself?
Sir, I am here being devil's advocate as a journalist. Yeah. So the question I want to ask you: do you believe that 50,000+ people have died as a direct result of
I don't wish to go
COVID-19?
This is
So,
all what we have. This is all what we have in the
you
BBC.
are willing to make all
I
kind
haven't got all
of
day,
allegations.
brother. I've given you
but-
5 minutes. I'm not
Sir,
getting paid.
but I'm
not getting
willing
paid.
to stand up and challenge what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
getting paid. I'm not getting paid. Research yourself, brother.
I have no need to research. I'm challenging you. Would you like to step up, sir? Are you scared? So, this is me coming to you live and direct from out here down in King's Cross, and a gentleman has just given his point of view, and when being challenged, he is not willing to justify where he's getting all of his information from. But about doing an interview with Street Right. Can I do an interview with you?
No, I need to go.
It's time we answer the call. Through your strength of spirit, you provide example for all.